Hello, this is Justina Simbo Mayanja. This is episode 7 of Economics for Today and Tomorrow. Today I want to share about agricultural price instabilities. The instability in the prices of agricultural products is implied by the rise or the fall in the prices of agricultural products. I want you to know that this is as a result of supply. Whenever supply of agricultural products is in excess, prices fall because in most cases supply is greater than demand for the agricultural products. And whenever supply of agricultural products is less, prices rise because in most cases demand is greater than supply. There are some causes of agricultural price instabilities that I can share with you, or which you should know in case you engage in agriculture to see how you can benefit from it. One, there is heavy dependence on nature by many farmers. This implies that many of the farmers, in case the season is favorable, have excess supply. And due to the excess supply, the prices fall. However, when the climate is unfavorable and we have limited rainfall and a lot of sunshine, then we have a limited supply of agricultural output, and this causes prices to rise. Secondly, these agricultural products are perishable. Now, due to their perishability, many farmers at a time of harvesting sell them off at a low price for fear that the products will go bad. And that explains why there is a fall in price at a time of harvesting when supply is in abundance. However, after some period of time, when the harvesting season is done, there is a limited supply and prices of agricultural products rise again. Now, the other cause of agricultural price instabilities, which I could call cause number 3, is that the agricultural products are bulky. Now, due to their bulkiness or heaviness, it becomes hard to transport them from the areas of production to the market centers. Now, the limited supply that goes to the market centers accounts for the rise in prices in the market centers. Now, in the areas of production where many farmers have inability to transport their output to the market, the excess supply leads to a fall in price. The fourth reason is change in the cost of production. Sometimes the cost of farm inputs accounts for the increase in the cost of production, leading to a limited supply, and therefore prices of agricultural products rise. However, in other times, there is a limited cost of production, especially if government subsidizes farm inputs. Now, this causes an excess supply, and therefore the prices of agricultural products fall. Please note, every time there is an excess supply of agricultural output, the prices fall. And every time there is a scarcity in supply of agricultural output, the prices rise. Agricultural price fluctuations have effects. To the farmers, there is instability in their earnings. Their incomes keep fluctuating, sometimes high and sometimes less. Secondly, it discourages investment in agriculture. So the investment in agriculture becomes uncertain. We cannot know who is going to invest in agriculture because sometimes prices rise and sometimes prices fall. So the incomes are unstable. And yet many people who are investors, they want to know how much they are going to get as a result of investing in a certain venture. This agricultural price fluctuation issue does not only affect farmers, but it also affects government because it leads to unstable government revenue. So sometimes it gets more when prices rise, and sometimes government gets less revenue when prices fall. Now, the fourth reason here is that it also leads to a problem in planning. Planning becomes difficult when you're depending on revenue from agriculture, because we have seen that the earnings from agriculture are very uncertain. Now, countries that depend heavily on agriculture usually have balance of payment instabilities as a result of low export earnings or unstable export earnings, because sometimes prices rise and then sometimes prices fall, and so the earnings are unstable. The terms of trade are also unstable, because sometimes prices are high and sometimes prices are low, yet the import prices for most of the manufactured goods are stable. There are solutions that can be adopted if agriculture is to have stable prices. Government can deliberately choose to have price controls by adopting the minimum price. This can work in socialist economies. Okay, so it means that people know that when I invest in agriculture, the return can be this. Agriculture can be diversified by farmers carrying out different economic activities within the agricultural sector, whether it's rearing pigs or animals or fishing. And within the sector of agriculture, they can still have different crops grown. As they do this, they help to stabilize supply, but also helps them to have stable earnings. So if there is rise in price of one and the other, a fall in price, then they have stable earnings when they have diversified production within the agricultural sector. Farmers can also choose to engage in the international commodity agreements if they engage in production of a particular crop. This improves their bargaining power and enables them to have stable prices. Government can also choose to subsidize farmers by subsidizing the inputs that they use to carry out agriculture. And once it does this, then it implies that farmers get their inputs at a lower price. They can stabilize their supply and therefore stabilize the prices. Government should also improve transport systems, because when they do this, it makes the movement of agricultural produce, which is bulky, easier from the areas of production to the market centers. So as supply is stabilized, prices of agricultural products are also stabilized. Agro-based industries can also be developed to process the agricultural products. This helps to reduce their perishability, so they can take a bit of time before they go bad. That is all I could share. I wish you God's blessings. Hope you learned something about the agricultural price fluctuations. Good day. God bless you.